Hello, Scott from Wessex. Thanks for joining me again. Got a little bit less room in the workshop with everything that's been going on in the last couple of weeks. Update wise, I had a 2.5 days doing admin, so I was finishing up my accounts and away to the accountant. And a bit of an announcement. I think Wessex Plates is getting somewhere. I'm in the black. It's working as a business. This is like anyway, things are now finished. Paperwork sort of caught up with, and then packing and then away, probably first couple of days of next week. So for Steve, this is your Kellen. Every sort of 10-minute segment in the day I just put another coating of carnauba on it, so it's really worked in. And this was a mitre one, so this was, I think, 3 red liners per side and then mitred. So this is a whittler, so quite a comfortable little handle, but because obviously it's such a small knife, it swells at the back to give enough control to manoeuvre the knife in your hand like this, rather than a slab skeletal knife, which is more a utility. So this has been more of a whittler. I'd give it more girth and opportunity to sit in the end of the fingers, so you can whittle and push, hold it like this and have a work away at it. So that comes off to you, and there's a nice decorative little emergency pendant ferro rod in there. As it goes in the sheath like that, it fits in like that. Can't put one neck. Oh, that's off to Steve. Now I think let's do Mark. So I've sent you an email. Just let me know current address. Boudica. So it's got nice swoopy top on it, English U, got some nice swirls on it, and the one underneath, yeah, had one of them lovely ring characteristics at the bottom of that one, so that's sweet. English U. And the spine is really 90 degrees on that one. There's the sheath. Back of the sheath. Got a ferro roll on that one. So I got a sort of orange and cream side to that in English U again. Put it both ways around, whichever one you chooses. So that's a Boudica from Mark. If you want to answer my email, I think I've Instagrammed you as well to try and get your current postal address. So that receipts with that one. Next I'll do Les. Just the back. So, two-tone sheath. This just to stand out slightly more. It's got a bronze sort of, hopefully it'll catch the light. I don't know what I'm looking at because of the screen's on the reverse of the camera, but it's just got that slight reflective look, metallic sort of effect on the helmet just to pop through. This is a natural wax finish, a usual 20mm welt to begin with, double lock stitch. Wessex Blades W on the back of the belt loop, not stitched across the base. Bird's eye maple. This has got that, you know, you see that glow in the wood when you're sort of catching the light. Mosaic pins, red liners. That's a handsome bit of kit, that one. Just to push it a little, I managed to do another one of these ferro rod leather emblem pieces of leather. I had a few already pre-cut out, but I wanted to put something just to make it a bit more special for him. And we got the bird's eye maple. If I remember, there's two liners in there, just to give it a little bit more pop rather than one liner. I gave 2 on that one. You can have it up or down on the sheath, but if you put it that way up and it goes around this way, all the Spartan helmets are facing the same way. Ah, it's gorgeous. So that's for Leslie. Where's his next one? We got 2. And this is where I've got to say thanks to all the support, everybody who has actually bought my knives, but I wouldn't be where I am without the Uber fans, the Uber supports, the people who have bought more than one. So Brian Jones, Mike from Glasgow, the Viking crew, there's the 4x4 crew, so there's Stuart in there, and there's the Eric, Godden, Chris and Martin, Toby, that crew. They all seem to be getting one each, so massive thanks, because without the sustained purchases by one person or their colleagues buying multiple blades, I wouldn't be where I am. So big thanks to everybody who's bought one or more than one blade from me. But as a case, this is an example. This is Brian, and he ordered a Hernlaw, so I'd give a sort of moody battle look to this one, with a ferro rod. Now the Hernlaw is a camp knife, so we're talking 4.7mm, a higher grind to remove weight and improve balance. Gorgeous London plane, scales, black liner. That's a really capable blade, and rather than when you get a blade that's a bit bigger and the stock is thicker, you just take the bevel down a bit. You don't need to have, you know, like a Scandi or a blade that big. To me is a bit of a waste, because it's going to be doing so many different tasks. You want the performance, because it's more unwieldy than what wood carver, a small little 3-inch blade is going to be. So what I do is I take the grind higher, put that relief bevel on it. It takes weight away, and it just makes it joy, absolute joy to hold. I love the Hernlaw. So that's a 4.7mm 5200 by partial bayonet heat treat. Gorgeous, that one. And then when I offered up Guinevere, he went for it, so we went balls out. I got my sort of Chimera hybrid Yormander Fender tooling on it, sported beach, if I remember, did a matching ferro rod, threw it in because he's worth it. Another one of those ferro rod emblem sheath leather toggles, what the hell, so a mosaic on there as well. And they're called Guinevere because this is Duncan's blank, so a Dorset Woodland Blades. Very successful part of my range is doing Guineveres, so I've okayed it with Duncan, and I'll be getting a batch of maybe 10 of this model or similar, so I can do that happy marriage of another West England based knife maker. I'm using his blank, which has got a fantastic design because it's all skeletonized out, so it's really light, brilliant ergo, and my handles just blend straight onto it. So Guinevere is a happy marriage, and they're a good seller. So there's some more Guineveres coming into next year, and I'll keep pushing the artwork. So I had to do the artwork for this one. Originally was a Golock, and then I had to redo it to fit it on a Leku, and I've had to redo it to fit on Danelaw Fainlaw, and now the Guinevere. Alright, so that one's ready to go. Done the receipts, so I'll get them away Monday. But it's been a lot of photography today, using the camera and the new app thing, so that the Instagram has just got a little bit more pop to it. Trying to raise my game on that. There's other things going on in the background. I need to be doing some reviews for Olight. Obviously summer, very light evenings. It's not really that much. It's not easy for me to stay up really late to wait till it's dark when I'm up early in the morning doing Tesco's. So in the next week or two, as I start the next batch, there's going to be a review of one of the Olights. But for now, finishing off this batch, there's a few fill-in jobs. So I've got Toby's knife to clear up, I've got Big Phil's Chris Kane sheath to do, is it Comms Preppers Mora sheath. I've got the blue thread arriving about Wednesday next week, so I've got plenty to get on with just before I start the next batch. Stephen's Leku is in it. I think it's Spyro, if I check the book, and everybody sort of knows. So we're working on the sort of the orders that were took in January. Stephen, yeah, here we go. Leslie, Mark, got Stephen, Toby's blade to clear up, and we're looking at Phillips Golock with the we want widgeon on. I'm going to do Stewart's, probably Debba Chopper, something for Ralph, one of my biggest supporters, and Spyro, and then picking up Mike's two Elmax ones I got in there, which is the Butanto and a new shape Westmount, and if I can slip it in, I'll try and get start on Chris's Fainlaw, Chris Alley's Fainlaw. But you know, I try and do 6 blades in the batch of customers' blades and orders that they put deposits down for, and I want to look at the blades that are in the batch. I'll buddy them up with things, so once the platinum's at a certain angle, I'm just rattling out another one, cleaning up another one, and that's how the Guineveres end up slipping in order to keep the funds coming in more regularly. And that's been a decent strategy for me to stay funded in a fair amount of flexibility, rather than I'm making 6 knives and I'm getting paid for all of the 6 at the end of a 6 or 7 week stint. I need more coming in. There's things to pay for, you know, in terms of the business and family and the house and everything. Taking £100 deposits definitely the way forward, or 50%. Sort of, a lot of people like doing that, so they've paid for half of it now. So there's not quite so big a balance at the end when I've completed it. But the biggest thing is, now that I've done the books and I've gone down through the nitty-gritty of things going out and purchasing, the things that have made a difference this year are people buying more than one, which has really helped. Duncan giving me some slack when I pay for the blanks, that's been a big help. So, you know, I take the batch off and then settle up in the next sort of few weeks. Mike helping me out with abrasive belts has been a massive help over the last few years. We got lots of help. People give me this and that, and gifts when we're at the shows. The £100 deposits is definitely the way forward. because it keeps me with something in hand that I can actually start getting more epoxy. I've already just progressed to getting big bottles of dye as opposed to little ones, because they're 20 something pounds, so by the time I buy 3 that's nearly £90. The next thing I want to build up to is buying the epoxy, rather than in little bottles. I want to buy it in 2 500s, so it just makes it more efficient when I'm buying it in bulk. Processing the wood myself has made a big difference as well, because you know I know what I've got in and what I can offer. It's seasoning as I've gone. I'm already caught up with what I can get done, so all the rest is just staying there and getting seasoned. I'm stabilising as I'm going, picking the best. So that's given me the opportunity to use the wood on the saw to get the best pop in the grain. And then obviously I remember those nice, I got a nice tasty bit of London plain, or I got a nice bit of spotted, and then 6 months later I'm taking it out, remembering where they are, they're all taped up, and then they get stabilised, and then I'm working through, and then a year after I cut the wood, there it is on the knife. That to me is a great way of doing it, and it's only now that I've been doing it for so many years, that all that work in the past is starting to make an impact on what I can do now. So that's been good. I got a few little things I want to do, like very simple belt loops that I can have on the store when I do a trade fair with my lady, because obviously not everything's sharp and pointy when I do these public things. So that'll be something I'll just sort of slip in now and again for the craft shows. But in terms of moving on to this year, I got the next batch to go on up until about, I think, Chris Alley's and Spyro's, and then crack on, and just trying to be as efficient as I possibly can. So thanks everybody for your support. I hope you see you on the next vid, and if I can toggle it, the 40 minutes I had out in the front garden doing photography, I'll try and rip them off the moto here, and I'll put them as a bit of a show at the end. Let's join me again. Scott by 6 Blades.